I jolt awake, a metallic taste of iron filling my mouth. Darkness blankets the bedroom, the digital clock glowing 2:17 a.m. A faint, eerie light spills from my phone on the nightstand. The dim glow of the screen illuminates my face. My heart races, senses on high alert in the silent room. A sense of unease hangs heavy in the air. Breathing fills the room, a rhythm unsettlingly distinct from my own. Eyes dart, a frantic search begins, desperately seeking the source of the sound. The room is silent save for the breathing, a stark reminder that I am not alone. Each shadow seems to lengthen, twisting into monstrous shapes in the dim light. The bedroom is serene, ordinary, a haven of peace for a fleeting 3 seconds. A subtle shift begins, almost imperceptible, as the walls seem to breathe. The room's dimensions distort. The walls, subtly pulsing inward, tightening. An unsettling sensation takes hold, as if the house is inhaling, constricting. The subtle change intensifies, the room contracting, creating unease. The walls continue to pulse, an invisible force reshaping the familiar space. I wake in darkness, the faint glow of my phone cutting through the gloom of the bedroom. Dozens of missed calls light up the screen. As I reach for it, a sudden chill seizing me. A wave of terror washes over me as I realize something is terribly wrong in the room. The timestamps burn into my mind, each missed call, a chilling echo from the future. Phone pressed to her ear, she braces herself against the onslaught of forgotten terror, her heart a frantic drum against her ribs. Each voicemail, a fractured echo of her past, unleashes a torrent of raw emotion. Screams, cries, desperate pleas for recognition. Her hands tremble violently. The phone, a fragile link to a fragmented identity, as the haunting sounds fill the silent bedroom. The room seems to shrink, the walls closing in as the disembodied voice begs, "Remember my name." Panic rises as I stare at my hands, flexing fingers, desperate for something solid to hold on to. Morning light streams into the room, illuminating dust dancing in the air, a stark contrast to my inner turmoil. I know my name, a small comfort in the growing dread. A chilling realization dawns. Memory clings only to wakefulness. The room spins as the edges of my awareness blur. An unsettling quiet fills the bedroom, heavy with anticipation. The scratching begins, low and insistent, from beneath the floorboards. A deliberate, patterned rhythm emerges, replacing random noise. The sound grows, each scrape a calculated threat from the unseen. The scratching intensifies, each scrape etching letters into the wall, forming a chilling message. Horrifying images flood my mind. Bodies dragged away, neighbors convulsing, a coroner's hushed whispers. The scratching details scenes of horror, events I have no memory of ever witnessing. The message spells out a nightmare, confirming my deepest fears with brutal clarity. Dust motes swirl in the dim light of the bedroom, casting long shadows that amplify the unease. The air hangs heavy, thick with unspoken sorrow and lingering questions in the room. The coroner's voice cuts through the silence, a somber pronouncement hanging in the air. "There's no clear cause of death because they were already hollow," the coroner states gravely. The words echo in the dimly lit space, hinting at a deeper, more unsettling mystery. A sense of emptiness pervades the scene, the hollow words mirroring the hollow fate. I attempt to leave the bedroom, a simple act now a monumental struggle against my own body. My legs betray me, moving with a sluggishness that mocks the urgency of my thoughts. Each step is a battle, my limbs bending slower than my will, creating a growing sense of dread. The room seems to tilt, the world moving at a pace I can no longer control. Photographs, each meticulously nailed, dominate the hallway, their silent stories hinting at a life unknown. The images capture moments frozen in time, each depicting a version of me engaged in alien activities. A younger self smiles back, a stranger in familiar skin, caught in acts utterly foreign to my true nature. Each photograph is a stark contrast, a jarring reminder of a life lived parallel to my own. the hallway transforms into a gallery of impossible selves, questioning the very core of my identity. A hallway stands silent, a framed photo catching the dim light. In the photo, I am smiling, unaware of what awaits. The smile contrasts sharply with the shapes wrapped in black plastic behind me. A silent question lingers in the air, a sense of unease. The photo captures a moment, frozen in time, hinting at hidden truths. A flash of a smile, quickly tainted by a horrifying vision. The hallway transforms, walls beginning to weep a crimson tide. Blood trickles down, painting a macabre scene of silent horror. The smiling image is now framed by the disturbing, bleeding walls. A smiling face captured in a photo, masking an unimaginable horror. Behind the smiling figure, a tall, skinless entity lurks unseen. The creature's hands invade the smiling figure's ribcage, an intimate violation. The photo belies the silent scream trapped within the smiling subject. Innocence and terror blend in a single, chilling image. A horrifying secret, forever frozen within a seemingly innocent snapshot. In a narrow hallway, a chilling tableau unfolds, casting long shadows that dance with dread. A skinless figure looms, its presence a horrifying violation of life's natural order. With grotesque curiosity, the figure's skeletal hands probe, delving into the chest cavity. The ribcage becomes a macabre playground as the hands explore within, devoid of empathy. Each movement is deliberate, each touch a violation, as if searching for something lost. The hallway holds its breath, the air thick with terror as the scene spirals into nightmare. A phone rings, its shrill sound cutting through the silence of a narrow hallway. The phone answers automatically, casting a cold, stark light across my face. Narration's voice, detached and calm, fills the confined space. I hear myself calmly explaining to an emergency operator. The phone feels cold against my ear as the reality of the situation sinks in. In the hallway, I speak into the phone, my voice a stark contrast to the implied chaos. My expression remains composed, a mask of serenity amidst the unseen turmoil. The phone is pressed to my ear, a lifeline to the unfolding drama. The screaming they're hearing is normal, it's part of the process, I say calmly. My words hang in the air, a calculated reassurance against the backdrop of unseen pandemonium. The camera glides smoothly through the silent hallway, capturing its stillness and echoing emptiness. A voice echoes, breaking the silence. The house needs it to stay awake. The words hang in the air, imbued with a strange sense of urgency and mystery. The hallway remains unchanged, yet now imbued with a strange, unsettling purpose. I pause, hand outstretched, the bathroom door looming before me like a threshold to another world. The fluorescent lights hum, casting a sterile glow on the porcelain sink. Each night, my reflection seems to arrive later, a haunting echo in the glass. Tonight, the delay feels heavier, a palpable absence lingering in the air. I steel myself, turning towards the mirror, bracing for the confrontation with my own delayed image. The mirror awaits, a silent judge of the time that separates me from myself. I stare into the mirror, seeking solace, but find only a stranger staring back, a chilling premonition taking hold. The reflection no longer mimics, its eyes alive with a sinister intelligence, testing expressions, plotting. A wave of unsettling dread washes over me as the boundary between reality and reflection blurs. My own image has become an alien entity, a disturbing doppelganger with a life of its own. A bathroom stands silent, undisturbed, its ordinariness a deceptive veil. But in the mirror, a reflection stirs, an unsettling anomaly. The reflection's mouth opens, a silent scream stretching beyond human limits. The jaw unhinges, wider, a grotesque distortion of reality. A mundane bathroom, mirror, sink, the usual unremarkable scene. But the reflection twists reality. Something is profoundly wrong. The reflection's lips peel back, an unnatural, horrifying gesture. Rows of impossibly sharp teeth emerge, far too many for a human mouth. These teeth are not for chewing, They are instruments of something sinister. I stare into the mirror, my breath momentarily clouding the cold glass. The fluorescent lights hum, an oppressive buzz above the sterile bathroom. Porcelain and tile gleam under the harsh light, reflecting an unsettling clarity. My reflection stares back, an echo in the glass, the same, yet different. A voice whispers from the other side, "You were never the first version." A lone figure stands before the mirror, their reflection a silent, judging twin. Steam lightly veils the glass, blurring the edges of reality and perception. The eyes in the mirror remain sharp, piercing through the fog. A haunting voice echoes from the depths of the reflection. "You're just the most recent one to wake up," the reflection taunts. Its words a chilling prophecy. The figure stares back, a flicker of fear and understanding in their eyes. Inside the sterile bathroom, an unseen force begins to stir within, a prelude to the storm about to break. A silent scream builds as memories, once neatly ordered, now collide and merge in a chaotic torrent. The mind becomes a battleground, where fragments of the past wage war against the present. Reality twists and bends as the familiar world dissolves into a kaleidoscope of fractured images. Under stark fluorescent lights, I stare into the mirror, harsh shadows sculpting my face. The cold tile bites at my bare feet, grounding me in the present as the past threatens to resurface. Unbidden, the memory surfaces, a haunting echo in the sterile bathroom air. I remember now that 2:17 a.m. isn't when the haunting starts. I think. A chilling realization. Under harsh fluorescent lights, a pale reflection stares back from the mirror, haunted by unspoken regret. The sterile white tiles amplify the oppressive silence, broken only by the rhythmic drip of a leaky faucet. The air is thick, with the sharp, acrid scent of bleach, a futile attempt to cleanse the uncleanable. A voice echoes in the stark room, a chilling reminder. I remember that 2:17 a.m. is when the replacement finishes. The reflection trembles, a silent scream trapped behind a mask of forced composure. In the quiet bedroom, a younger version sleeps soundly, bathed in soft moonlight. The child's peaceful face is framed by tousled hair, lost in dreams. Shadows dance gently on the walls as the night enfolds the serene scene. A moment of pure, undisturbed innocence captured in the stillness of night. Grasping shadows claw across the hallway, painting a scene of stark horror. A skinless figure stands, raw muscle exposed, eyeless sockets staring. Pressed against the wall, it fixes its gaze on a distant bedroom door. A low, wet sound emanates from the figure, a chilling symphony of dread. In the kitchen, the remnants of a dinner party linger, a scene of domestic tranquility tinged with unseen dread. I wipe down the countertop, lost in thought, the clatter of dishes echoing in the silent night. Each hummed note masks the growing tension, an unsettling calm before the storm. Unaware, I continue my chores, oblivious to the unseen presence lurking just behind. The kitchen, a familiar haven, is about to become a stage for a terrifying revelation. Every shadow seems to deepen, hinting at the danger closing in, unseen, unheard, yet undeniably there. Under the cloak of night, a figure labors in the yard, the task shrouded in secrecy. The backyard becomes a silent stage for clandestine burial. Shadows dance, concealing the face, deepening the mystery of the hidden act. Each shovelful of earth hides more than just an object. It buries a secret. Bathed in bright light, the living room feels muted, a scene from a distant, faded memory. I stand frozen, amidst an argument with a figure whose presence wavers like a ghost. Frustration mounts as I struggle to grasp their identity, their face an indistinct blur. Each attempt to focus only intensifies the maddening elusiveness of their features. The scene pulses with the ache of forgotten words, a conversation just out of reach. I'm trapped in a loop of blurred faces and unheard pleas, a captive of lost time. In the bedroom's dim light, a mirror reflects a figure lost in thought. An unsettling stillness hangs in the air. The reflection stares back, a stranger in familiar guise. A sense of unease creeps in, chilling the air. The room feels smaller, the shadows deeper. A silent question lingers in the reflective gaze. The fluorescent light of the bathroom hums. I am brushing my teeth, lost in the mundane routine. Water swirls down the drain as I rinse. My eyes drift up to meet my reflection in the mirror. A flicker of unease crosses my face as I scrutinize my own image, something subtly out of place. My smile seems foreign, a distorted mask in the cold, sterile light. In the dim hallway of memory, I walk, each footstep echoing in the silence of the night. Photos line the walls, their faces frozen in time, watching me with silent eyes. A flicker in the corner of my eye, a subtle shift in the arrangement. The photos on the wall begin to subtly distort, faces morphing into unsettling visages. Shadows dance, playing tricks on my perception as the hallway seems to breathe. Am I walking through a memory, or is the memory walking through me? Bathed in sunlight, I sink into my armchair, a book in hand, yet a creeping dread begins to coil within. Golden rays illuminate the pages, but the words blur as a sense of unease tightens its grip. I try to immerse myself in the story, to escape the growing anxiety, but the feeling lingers. The sunlight, once comforting, now feels like a spotlight on my mounting disquiet. Each rustle of the page amplifies the sense of something amiss, a shadow falling over the bright day. Amidst the hustle of the street, a knot of anxiety tightens, each step forward heavy with unease. Faces blur into a sea of judgment, their gazes seeming to penetrate, to expose. Each passerby's stare feels like a silent accusation, amplifying the vulnerability. The weight of scrutiny bears down, a suffocating blanket on a sunlit day. Lost in a crowd, yet utterly alone, every shadow whispers of exposure and fear. Shadows lengthen and twist on the walls, their dance unsettling in the dim light. A vase shifts almost imperceptibly, a silent tremor in the stillness of the room. Whispers stir in the darkness, too faint to understand, yet heavy with dread. Books fall open, pages rustling as if turned by unseen hands. An unseen presence pervades the house, a symphony of subtle, terrifying shifts. Night falls, casting long shadows that dance like restless spirits throughout the silent house. A creaking floorboard echoes. The house seems to breathe, a living entity holding its breath in the dark. Dust motes swirl in the moonlight, illuminated by the moon's eerie glow. Shadows lengthen, twisting familiar shapes into menacing figures that lurk in every corner. The wind whispers through cracks in the windows, sounding like hushed secrets shared between the walls. The house watches, waits, its silence a heavy blanket smothering any sense of peace. In the stark bathroom, I stare, transfixed, as my phone vibrates with a final, unsettling buzz. The screen illuminates my face, revealing a message marked with impossible origins, sent from the future. A cold dread grips me as I hesitate, the implications of the message echoing in the sterile space. My heart pounds in my chest, each beat a stark reminder of the unknown awaiting me. The porcelain sink gleams, reflecting the eerie light of the phone, amplifying the surreal moment. My finger hovers over the voicemail icon, a gateway to a destiny I'm not sure I want to face. The bathroom's cold porcelain glares under stark fluorescent light, an unsettling, sterile scene. A phone rests precariously on the sink's edge, its screen glowing with an eerie light. The voicemail echoes, a chilling message repeating, "Thank you for staying still." The simple words hang in the air, amplifying the tension and the room's oppressive silence. The bathroom mirror shimmers, distorting the familiar scene. A figure begins to emerge, separating from the reflective surface. The reflection takes a step forward, defying reality. Its eyes blaze with an unnatural light. The piercing gaze intensifies, cutting through the dimness. A silent threat emanates from the mirror's depths. The bathroom falls silent, an unnerving stillness settling over every surface. The pulsing walls still, their rhythmic throbbing fading into nothingness. An eerie quiet descends as the relentless scratching sound abruptly stops. The absence of sound is deafening, amplifying the sense of dread. A moment of breathless anticipation hangs heavy in the air. The silence screams louder than any noise, a prelude to unknown horrors. Deep within the ancient walls, the air shifts, heavy with anticipation. A sigh echoes, a drawn-out exhale of something long imprisoned. Relief washes through the stone, a subtle tremor in the age-old structure. The sound resonates, a secret language spoken by the walls themselves. A silent story unfolds, whispered through cracks and crevices. The walls breathe, the sigh fading into the deep silence once more. The walls breathe a collective sigh, ancient timbers creaking in unison as if relieved. A sense of temporary peace settles over the house, a fragile calm descending like a gentle shroud. The air stills, dust motes dancing in the faint light, a deceptive tranquility washing over everything. Unseen, the house seems to settle, its ancient bones weary but enduring. A moment of respite, the house poised between survival and the unknown hungers that lurk. The walls stand silent, an ancient sentinel promising to endure another night's trial. In the dead of night, a figure stirs awake in the dim bedroom, a metallic tang sharp on the tongue. The eyes flutter open, but something is different, an alien awareness taking root. A new version of me, reborn in the quiet darkness, marked by the taste of iron. A sense of wrongness pervades the silent room. The digital clock glows. 2:17 a.m. A soft, ethereal glow fills the bedroom, casting long shadows and highlighting dust motes dancing in the air. The bed is perfectly made. An unsettling calmness pervades the room, hinting at a hidden, ominous secret. Furniture stands in rigid alignment, each piece a silent sentinel in the deceptively serene space. An unsettling stillness hangs heavy, the deceptive calm before a storm, unseen but palpably felt. The cycle begins again, an invisible force resetting the house, preparing it for its next unsuspecting victim. The ethereal light intensifies, as if the house itself is breathing, waiting, resetting. Under the cloak of night, the house looms, a stark silhouette against the dark canvas of the sky. Silence blankets the scene, broken only by the whisper of wind. Darkness shrouds every corner, casting long shadows that dance and twist. The windows stare out like vacant eyes, reflecting the cold, distant stars. An eerie stillness pervades, hinting at secrets hidden within the walls. The house stands as a sentinel, guarding its mysteries under the watchful gaze of the moon. In the dim bedroom, a new version takes form, eyes wide with innocence, unaware of the darkness lurking ahead. Confusion clouds the air as the new version surveys the room, each shadow a harbinger of unseen horrors. An unsettling calm blankets the scene, a deceptive prelude to the terrors about to unfold. The room seems to hold its breath, anticipating the moment when innocence shatters against the coming nightmare. Innocence lost, the new version stands on the precipice, ready to face the abyss of horrors that await. In the silent hallway, the photos on the wall stand frozen in time, their stories untold. Dust motes dance in the air, illuminated by the dim light, each one a tiny reminder of moments passing. The unchanging gallery awaits the next chapter, the next face to join its silent ranks. A sense of anticipation hangs heavy, the stillness promising a story yet to unfold. In the dim bathroom, a mirror reflects a figure, a blank canvas ready to be filled with new experiences and emotions. The sterile light casts long shadows, enhancing the sense of solitude and introspection. The mirror becomes a portal, reflecting not just an image but a gateway to transformation. A deep breath is taken, a silent promise to embrace the unknown and redefine the reflections staring back. Dust motes float in the air, illuminated by the moon's soft glow through sheer curtains. Shadows stretch and dance, distorting familiar shapes into eerie silhouettes. The room breathes with untold stories, each object a silent observer. A stillness hangs heavy, a palpable sense of waiting or remembering. Furniture, untouched, remains frozen in time, bearing witness to the endless cycle. The kitchen appliances hum, indifferent to the deepening shadows that claim the silent house. A stark contrast. Cold steel against encroaching darkness. An unsettling calm pervades the space, broken only by the mechanical drone. Each hum, a pulse in the stillness of night. The darkness conceals, the appliances betray nothing. Under the cloak of night, the yard lies still. The earth sleeps, undisturbed. Secrets remain hidden. The ground is silent. Darkness conceals all. Mysteries buried deep. Deep in the night, the house seems to inhale and exhale, its silence punctuated by a faint, rhythmic pulse. Empty rooms whisper secrets to the darkness, their shadows dancing like phantoms in the faint moonlight. A subtle vibration runs through the walls, a heartbeat resonating from the very core of the dwelling. Dust motes swirl in the air, illuminated by unseen light, mirroring the house's silent, watchful existence. The stillness is broken only by the creaks and groans of settling wood, each sound a breath in the night. An unseen presence lingers, the house alive with a history felt but not seen, a pulse in the dark. Moonlight paints the attic in ethereal hues, dust motes swirling like forgotten dreams. Shadows stretch and dance, revealing the hidden corners of the old house. The air hangs heavy with the scent of aged wood and secrets. An eerie silence blankets the space, amplifying the mystery. In the dimly lit basement, shadows dance with the dust motes, each corner holding a piece of the house's silent history. The foundation creaks, a symphony of age and secrets echoing through the cold stone walls. Water stains crawl up the walls, mapping forgotten floods and unspoken tales of neglect. Each groan of the old house is a whisper from the past, a story etched in every beam and brick. The heavy air hangs still, pregnant with the weight of years and the mysteries buried beneath the floorboards. Sunlight pierces through the curtains, chasing away the lingering shadows of night. Golden rays illuminate dust motes dancing in the air, a silent ballet of light and shadow. The room is bathed in a soft, ethereal glow, momentarily dispelling the darkness. A sense of hope washes over the space as the sunlight floods every corner. The world outside awakens, its vibrant energy seeping through the window. The room is no longer a sanctuary of darkness, but a canvas painted with light. Sunlight streams into the hallway, casting a softer light on the once menacing portraits. The photos on the wall seem less menacing in the daylight. Dust motes dance in the sunbeams, illuminating the hallway's secrets. The air feels lighter, the shadows less oppressive under the sun's gaze. A sense of calm pervades, momentarily dispelling the hallway's dark history. Even the most haunting faces seem softened by the day's gentle touch. The bathroom mirror shows a flawless reflection, a fleeting semblance of peace. An ordinary scene unfolds in the bathroom, masking unseen tensions. In the mirror, normality persists, a deceptive shield against the impending storm. The reflection offers a false promise of security, a fragile illusion. A moment of calm captured in the mirror's surface, a brief respite. The image seems untroubled, unaware of the looming darkness. Sunlight streams into the living room, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. The furniture sits in comfortable silence, each piece holding untold stories. A familiar scene unfolds, hinting at secrets hidden beneath the surface. Ordinary objects take on an eerie quality, as if waiting to reveal their true nature. Fluorescent lights cast a sterile glow on stainless steel appliances, humming softly in the pristine kitchen. The refrigerator hums with quiet efficiency, a silent sentinel of domestic order. The microwave stands poised, its digital clock a precise marker of passing time. A gleaming kettle reflects the stark light, promising warmth and routine. Every item is perfectly placed, suggesting a deliberate return to normalcy and control. Sunlight bathes the yard, its deceptive tranquility, a mask over hidden horrors. The earth seems still, yet the secrets beneath pulse with unseen dread. Innocence and terror clash, where the calm surface meets buried nightmares. A deceptive serenity hangs heavy, promising disruption from below. The ground breathes, a silent testament to concealed darkness lurking just beneath. The house stands in silence, its very walls whispering stories of secrets carefully guarded. Sunlight streams through the windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in the stillness. An air of mystery hangs heavy, shrouding the house in an aura of untold tales. The house is a silent sentinel, its secrets shielded from the prying eyes of the world. Sunlight filters dimly into the attic, illuminating swirling dust. Dust motes dance in the air, momentarily revealing hidden corners. Shadows stretch and twist, obscuring forgotten relics of the past. The attic settles back into silence, secrets veiled once more. Sunlight filters into the basement, illuminating the raw, sturdy foundation, a silent witness to years gone by. The stone and mortar bear the marks of time, the house's enduring presence. A sense of stillness fills the space, amplifying the weight of history held within these walls. Shadows dance, hinting at the untold stories and secrets buried deep in the earth below. In the quiet bedroom, a new version of self finds peace, drifting into sleep. Unaware, the sleeper is poised on the edge of a darkening dreamscape. The night deepens, shadows gathering like secrets in the corners of the room. A subtle shift in the air, a prelude to the encroaching nightmare. The bedroom fades as the mind prepares to confront the unseen. Shadows lengthen, transforming the hallway into a corridor of dread, where even the wallpaper seems to whisper secrets. The air grows heavy, charged with an unseen presence that prickles the skin. Old photographs line the wall, their subjects frozen in time, yet their eyes follow something unseen. A subtle shift, a flicker of movement in the periphery, the portraits seem to subtly alter. Each shadow stretches like grasping fingers, reaching out from the darkness. The faded wallpaper seems to breathe with the weight of untold stories and hidden terrors. In the dead of night, the bathroom mirror reflects a warped reality. A distorted image hints at the looming horrors. The cold tile gleams under the stark light, amplifying fear. Each reflection is a fractured piece of impending doom. The mirror's surface seems to ripple with unseen terror. A silent scream echoes in the glass, promising despair. In the dead of night, the living room stands still, save for the furniture that creaks. A subtle groan rises from the depths of the old wood, a prelude of disquiet. The room seems to be breathing, each creak a harbinger of impending chaos. Shadows dance in the dim light, amplifying the eerie atmosphere. An unsettling stillness hangs heavy, promising a night far from peaceful. Kitchen appliances flicker in the dark, signaling the house's strange awakening. Shadows dance across the countertops, cast by the refrigerator's eerie glow. The refrigerator hums, a lonely sound in the otherwise silent kitchen. Darkness envelops the room, punctuated only by the appliance's sporadic light. An unsettling calm settles as the kitchen comes alive in the dead of night. A deep, unsettling tremor shakes the earth, a sign of long-buried secrets awakening beneath the soil. Darkness blankets the yard as unseen forces stir, the ground pulsating with hidden energy. The air crackles with an eerie tension, the secrets beneath the surface clamoring to be revealed. An ominous calm descends, the prelude to a dramatic unveiling in the still of night. The house stands in silence, its walls whispering secrets only the night can hear. A subtle tremor runs through the foundation, a barely perceptible sign of life. The air thickens, charged with an unseen energy that crackles in the stillness. Shadows lengthen and twist, dancing to the rhythm of the house's awakening. The pulse grows stronger, resonating deep within the very structure of the home. The house breathes, a slow, deliberate rhythm that fills every corner. Moonlight pierces the gloom of the silent attic, illuminating swirling dust motes dancing in the air. The faint light unveils hidden corners, each draped in an unsettling stillness that hints at forgotten stories. Shadows stretch and writhe, turning familiar shapes into menacing silhouettes. An oppressive quiet blankets the space, broken only by the whisper of wind through unseen cracks. Deep in the basement, shadows dance with the dust, the air heavy with the scent of damp earth and forgotten things. The foundation groans, a low, guttural sound that vibrates through the very bones of the house. Cracks spiderweb across the concrete, each line a testament to the building's slow, inexorable decay. The house seems to breathe, a living entity with an insatiable hunger. A sense of dread permeates the space, a silent warning of the darkness that festers within. Each creak and groan echoes like a whispered secret, promising something terrible to come.